Hey, what's up, Mr. Gullo? Thanks a lot. It was really, really generous of you. I appreciate it. Look, I saw what you wrote, and I took it in, processed it, and I'm going to say this. It's hard for me to game plan for one opponent, but I can teach your son Rob, or at least I can convey to him, or at least try to convey to him, the things that he can do better. And in return, he'll probably win more wrestling matches, that being one of them against Kid Desmond. So, a couple things. First things first, his stance, right? His stance has to be a little bit more compact. Right? I can see every time he moves, his elbows are coming out. And when his elbows come out, his hands aren't in front of his legs as much. So that's forcing him to scramble. Now, truth is, he can scramble pretty well, so that might wind up being a good thing for him. But in a tight match, you really don't want to leave that up to chance, right? So a tight match, you said he got teched by that Kid Desmond last year. He brought it a little bit closer, and with a couple of these things right here, I can narrow that gap even more. We'll talk about winning the match at the end. Okay, so if it's a tighter match, you really don't want to leave that much to chance at all. So what I would suggest is, before he actually makes contact with the other wrestler, Nikki, okay, before he actually makes contact, breakdown, all right, stay here until he makes contact. So let's say it's a 0-0 match and there's short time left. The last thing you want is a blast double, okay, coming in from no tie at all, right? So what I would suggest is either keep one hand down, like the lead leg hand down, and then make contact with the head, okay, here, or keep both hands down, okay, because he seems to like double legs pretty well, okay, keep both hands down and make contact with the head, and then you can bring your hands up, okay. The reason being, if you make contact with the head first, and he takes a shot, you can level change with it, and still protect yourself with your head and hands. 2-on-1 defense, okay. When a guy takes a 2-on-1, I saw Rob doing a lot of this and this, all right? That's giving him something else to hold on to. Go ahead, wrestle there. That here, that's giving him a lot more to wrestle with, all right? What I would suggest there is one of two things. If you're going to be defensive about it, take a good head position, attack the far elbow, and we're going to pull the elbow towards us and circle towards the elbow itself, the whole time keeping our butt away from it. All right, the one thing I don't want to do is this. He can step in and throw there. So block it with the head, butt out, circle, circle, circle. You should find yourself in a 2-on-1 with you by yourself. The other thing we can do is similar, but a little bit more offensive. All right, we can step in the danger zone, so you're going to control the space in between his feet. You're going to attack that same elbow, hips in real tight, and you're going to rotate your shoulders here. Okay? That not just gets him off balance, you can score from there too, right? So stepping in, pulling, and then snapping. All right? Okay. The first scramble, I saw in that match against Desmond, he had a foot up here, and Rob dove for that far ankle. When that happens, not a bad thing because he was going out of bounds, but if that does happen to happen in the middle of the mat, what we can do here is put hands on the mat, and then I'm going to start to drag him in a circle, and then look back for a heel. Like that. Now again, that's where the fun starts. He's going to have to figure out a lot of that stuff by himself, all right? But that's getting him out of a pretty bad predicament, right? So again, he has foot up. What I'm going to do is go hands to the mat, and I'm going to try my best to keep this other foot away from him, and I'm going to circle into the foot that he has up, and then watch for him to step, and then limp leg down, catch a heel. His front headlock. Okay, there was a couple times where Kid Desmond took a shot. Rob countered with a front headlock, but his front headlock isn't great. Now, you may say let's work on the front headlock. Well, honestly, no high school kid has a real good front headlock. So I can give you a couple different things, and we'll call this section of the video throwing some crap against the wall and seeing what sticks, all right? So I'll give you about 10 different techniques, okay? You see what you like, and then try that, all right? First things first, if you must go front headlock here, okay, we have a couple options. Number one, we can go and pull this elbow right behind his head. And when we do, my head goes in the hole. I'm going to try and get my bald spot right here, the crown of my head, to go in his chin. All right, a lot of guys try and do this, and they go with the crown of their head right in the rib cage, and you don't get as much pressure on it. So the crown of my head goes right into the chin, and I'm going to attack a leg here. There's one. All right, we got here. All right, I'm going to lock here, and maybe what I'll do here is kind of take my elbow and push this across. All right, and as I do, I'm going to step in with this leg. Okay? And then start to kind of cover up there. All right, and once my knee gets past his elbow, I'm in pretty good shape there. All right, we can do a head pinch there. All right, which means, okay, it's hard for you to see, but I'm going to go real deep with the outside hand and take the far ear and pull it in real tight. So if you look, his head is completely turned like that. I'm dragging the bone of my forearm across his face, right? Just like this. This hand keeps everything in tight, okay, and make sure that his head stays right in my belly as opposed to popping to the outside or the inside, all right? Now all I have to do once I get him here is step underneath his face and my hips go in. Once I get him to here, I'm just going to walk my feet in. That gets him flat, I'll hook, okay, try to hook the leg, get punched, all right? All those things were off of a front headlock, but the truth is, I'm having a lot more success with guys not even going front head. Okay, we just call it short offense. So we're going to go armpits here, start this quad up. Okay, and then I'm going to pick a side, and I'm going to lock my elbow down on it. That's going to make him a little bit slower, and I'm going to start to kind of go here to a high crouch. All right. Again, don't give him anything to hold on to. If I go here front headlock, he's grabbing elbows, right? So what I'll do is I'll just stay real tough right in here, okay, elbows in. He goes the quad up, okay, I'll grab a hold of the hamstring, and then I'll slide to a high crouch here, all right? The faster guys are going all the way to the heel there, so as he quads up, okay, they're kind of sliding their body to here, and then it comes up, we're going right into a double. Here, if we got a chest strap, okay, so instead of going and locking around a head and arm, we're locking over both arms right here. What I can do is crash to one side, okay, and then knee goes over the other and turn. All right, he stays up for me, right? If he doesn't let me drop him to his ass, here, and now if you look, my knee slows on the ground, because if it is, he can come out this way and attack, right? So all I have to do is keep my knee right in his chin, like my head was on that front headlock, and start to go here. All right, so again, we got a chest strap, down on one side, knee goes over, and turn. All right?
Could do a peek out?
Huh?
Peek out?
Yeah, if he goes peek from there, right, which the number one thing that they're going to do here is peek, let him go, and step. All right? But that takes a little bit of wherewithal, right? Because what happens is, I don't know if you can see this, all right, but I'm kind of collapsing this elbow right here. So I'm kind of cheating. I know he only has space to peek out to this side, so now it's just a matter of me timing it well. He'll start to peek. I'll let my hands go so I don't face plant holding on, and I'll step over. And as soon as I do, raise the chest up so that he bucks through. Go ahead, buck through. Okay? And I stay floating on top. All right? Let's see. Some cross wrist stuff. Okay? He was really, look, on bottom, the general rule of thumb has to be, no, you don't do anything at all until you get rid of this cross wrist. Okay? Meaning, if you're on your belly, okay, you don't get up until you get rid of the cross wrist. If you're on your knees, you don't stand up until you get rid of the cross wrist. If you're on your feet, you don't cut away until you get rid of the cross wrist. All right? So right here, all I want to do is use my elbow and keep my hand away from my body. If I keep my hand here, he can re-grab it. Okay, just like that. All right, so I'm going to keep my hand away from my body and put my elbow right in that pit of his thumb, right here, right by his wrist. All right, here, and then hands go out. What's up? See what I thought? When I get to here, my elbows go in, my hands stay out. All right, for the same reason. If he comes underneath and tries to grab it inside one-on-one, and I leave my wrist here, we're back to square one. All right, so when I keep my base, my elbows are in, hands are out, pull a knee up into my chest, and drive myself over that knee to come up. All right, if I'm here, okay, I'm not standing up until I get rid of this cross wrist, so it's going to be right here. Now, a kid like Nick has a real strong grip. I can do this all day on Nick, and sometimes he just doesn't want to go. All right, so what I can do is just make a little bit of space, twist it up to here, and then just knock it off. All right, same thing here on our feet. All right, don't try and cut away. He's going to tilt you. All right, so what I got to do is get the hand off here, use my elbow, okay? If not the elbow, okay, slide it through, start coming out. Okay, another thing on bottom that'll help you a little bit. He was throwing that anchor, okay? Can you do it on this side, please? Okay, right here. He had what we call an anchor, or some people call it a bulldog, okay? But if you can see my left foot, okay, my left toe is going to go on the ground, and then I'm going to dig my shin right into his calf muscle, and I'm going to push my butt back and up like that. Okay, that's a little bit uncomfortable for him, so that kind of loosens everything up, and I'll just slide my leg out and come right back up. That's a sneaky little trick that, I wish I knew in college, because I used to get ridden like that all the time. All right, so one more time, he's just kind of hanging on that anchor there. All right, toe goes down, quad up. Okay, make some space, and knee slide out. Okay, that's the nuts and bolts of it. Okay, but the truth is that if Rob wants to win that match, he's got to be much more offensive. Okay, what I saw a lot of is, okay, the kid Desmond was just posting up on heads, just like this, and Rob was just kind of swatting and then letting it go, swatting and letting it go, swatting and letting it go. So it looked like he was walking backwards a lot. I know he was trying to be offensive, but it's the wrong way to go about it. Okay, one of the things that has to change is the mindset. All right, you can't just allow him to do whatever he wanted to and then just kind of play off of what he did, because that's exactly what it looked like. So if he posts up on my head, now I freeze right there. Okay, I don't need to just do this and hang on to it. All right, he can short drag. Okay, he can he can go ankle pick there. Okay, there's not many good things that is going to happen for me just grabbing and hang on. But what I can do is grab it with two hands, pull it down to the ground, and move my butt down in a way too. Boom, here. Okay, now every time there's space, he's going to be thinking, man, I don't know if I really want to post like that anymore. He took good control of my wrist. All right, so again, I'm going to let him post, but I'm not just going to swat it away and keep wrestling. I'm going to take that away from him. Here, boom, and pull. Okay, and now maybe if he's got a 2-on-1 of his own, we can use that. But please, the only thing that's going to really, look, a lot of these things, right, the 2-on-1 defense, front headlock, the cross wrist defense, those are all just what they say. They're defenses, okay? If he wants to win that match, he's got to be offensive. I saw him take one shot on a kid, and I'm not saying that he has to take more shots. What I'm saying is he needs to control the pace of the hand fight. It seemed like both guys seemed real comfortable from the outside. So if you get a kid that's kind of comfortable staying at arm's distance and just measuring you, okay, you need to crowd that kid. You need to get in there and pull on him, okay? Just like we were saying before, like short offense, okay? Pull on him until his hands hit the ground, and then make him wrestle from here. Even if you don't score, you're making him feel you're 152 pounds, all right? And the kid Desmond didn't have the greatest gas tank in the world, so You keep it close with a kid like that, and then in the third period, you can sneak one out from him. All right? Thanks again for being so generous. I appreciate it.